Viewers of ITV's Coronation Street recently witnessed the underworld boss's happiness shattered after Becky Swain made an unexpected comeback. Fans now sense that change is on the horizon for Carla Connor, worrying that she could soon end up in trouble with the law in upcoming episodes. As regular watchers know, Carla's world was turned upside down once more after the newest twist in her romance with Lisa Swain. Things had finally started to improve for the couple, affectionately nicknamed Swarla by fans, after enduring a turbulent relationship involving Carla's health struggles, the shocking reappearance of her murderous brother Rob Donovan, and Lisa's challenges with both her work and her troubled history. Earlier this month, joyful scenes played out when Lisa proposed to Carla after Carla's two unsuccessful attempts to ask the question herself during a touching and very public moment. But as the pair celebrated their engagement, Carla's joy quickly shifted when her new fiancé was confronted by a figure she thought she'd never see again. Longtime followers of the soap know that in the September 8th episode, Lisa was blindsided when her supposedly late wife Becky suddenly reappeared, alive after all. In a dramatic twist, Becky walked into Lisa and Carla's house on Coronation Street, leaving everyone shocked since her grieving family had believed she was killed 4 years earlier, on the very day of their daughter Betsy's 18th birthday. As shown on screen, Lisa was left reeling, unable to comprehend that Becky had let both her and Betsy mourn her death for years, only to discover it had all been a lie. In the aftermath, Lisa continued to struggle with Becky's shocking return and the painful truth behind her disappearance. Becky then revealed she had spent the last 4 years in Spain living under a new identity after being placed in witness protection when a covert mission went disastrously wrong. However, Lisa wasn't convinced by Becky's story, and in Monday's September 15th episode of Coronation Street, she confronted Costello about his role in Becky's disappearance. With Costello insisting it wasn't the right moment to discuss things, Lisa took matters into her own hands, locking them both in the office and issuing a strict ultimatum. After detailing the emotional toll Becky's faked death had inflicted on her and Betsy, she demanded a full account of the plan to place Becky in witness protection. When Costello continued to resist, Lisa made it clear she wasn't joking and warned she would go public if he didn't come clean. She was left stunned and heartbroken when he ultimately confirmed Becky's version of events. Meanwhile, Carla tried to stand by her partner, but it was evident that Becky's presence had already overstayed its welcome at number 6 during the same episode. Fans suspect that Carla's fiery personality might make a comeback, though they worry about the chaos Becky could bring into her life. Coronation Street viewers are convinced that Becky Swain and D.I. Costello share a mysterious history, as it becomes clear they may be keeping secrets. Fans of the ITV soap have been suspicious of Costello for weeks due to his increasingly questionable behavior towards Lisa Swain. Many believe there's a hidden connection between Becky and Costello, fueling speculation that they are deliberately withholding information. Costello's evasive actions regarding Lisa and her traumatic past have only heightened viewer concerns. Recently, Lisa was compelled to confront her feelings about the death of her late wife, Becky, participating in therapy sessions as directed by her supervisor. However, attention has largely shifted to Costello, whose determination to conceal the truth about Becky's disappearance has also drawn the interest of DC Kit Green, who has been investigating the situation. Tensions escalated when Lisa and her fiancé came face-to-face with a woman they believed to be Tia Wardley, months after Carla had received a clue from Logan Radcliffe during her search for information about Becky's death. Lisa's need for answers has only intensified after Becky made a shocking return to Weatherfield last week, almost 4 years after being presumed dead in the line of duty. In last Monday's September 8th episode, Corey fans watched as Lisa was left completely stunned when her supposedly deceased wife appeared alive. Viewers then had to wait until Friday, September 12th to see the fallout, as Becky showed up at number 6, despite her family believing she had died on Betsy's 18th birthday 4 years ago. As seen on the show, Lisa struggled to process the fact that Becky had let her and their daughter mourn her death for years, only for it all to have been fabricated. Becky revealed that she had spent the past 4 years in Spain under a false identity after being placed in witness protection following a failed undercover operation. Despite this explanation, Lisa remained skeptical, and in Monday's September 15th episode, she confronted Costello about his role in Becky's disappearance. When Costello insisted it wasn't the right moment to discuss the matter, Lisa took decisive action, locking them both in the office and demanding answers. After recounting the emotional impact of Becky's faked death on herself and Betsy, she insisted on knowing every detail of the witness protection plan. When Costello continued to resist, Lisa made it clear she wouldn't back down, threatening to go public if he didn't comply. She was left shocked and heartbroken when he ultimately confirmed Becky's story. Coronation Street viewers believe they've worked out who is set to bring down Carl Webster, and many say they wouldn't want to be in his shoes. The character's darker side has become increasingly apparent, particularly after his involvement in Tyrone Dobbs' accident came to light. Fans now think they know the culprit behind Carl's shocking criminal actions following the revelation of his latest wrongdoing. Carl first appeared on screen in April, having previously only been mentioned by name when he got into a minor collision in Fresho's car park with Abby Wester, unaware that she was actually his sister-in-law. Despite Abby's anger, Carl seemed immediately drawn to her, even enduring a slap to the face. He later asked her out for a drink, but she refused, reminding him that she was married and caring for a husband battling cancer. Although there was a clear spark, the pair went their separate ways. Abby was later surprised to see Carl at the bistro, much to the delight of her family, including Kevin and Debbie, who were thrilled to see their little brother. Since then, Carl has been secretly having an affair with Abby behind Kevin's back, and has also been spotted enjoying a fling with James Bailey during her absence. Outside of his romantic entanglements, Carl has been involved in increasingly shady activities. Viewers know that he began running dodgy MOTs at the garage owned by his brother and Tyrone Dobbs. He later recruited teens Brody Michaelis and Dylan Wilson to help steal cars in his latest scam, all while remaining in league with criminal mastermind Fiona. Things went horribly wrong when Tyrone was hospitalized after being hit by a stolen car in the precinct last week, narrowly missing Lisa Swain on her 18th birthday. During Monday's September 15th episode, Tyrone panicked as he realized he couldn't feel his legs. Doctors warned it was too early to tell whether he'd regain sensation, leaving him anxious about his own future and that of his family. Meanwhile, the search for the hit-and-run driver continued. Dylan was taken into custody after George Shuttleworth reported seeing a teen driving a car matching the vehicle involved in the accident. Dylan insisted he was innocent and maintained that he could prove it. During his first visit to Weatherfield, it was confirmed he had been at the hospital with Brody at the time of the crash, as Brody had suffered a seizure. After being released, Dylan and Brody were summoned by Carl, who warned them about working for him in the future. However, it was soon revealed that Carl himself was the hit-and-run driver. A chilling flashback showed him setting fire to the car that struck Tyrone, just after visiting him in the hospital and discussing Tyrone's fears about his mobility. Now, Corey fans are calling for Carl to face justice for his crimes, though many think he should be more worried about Tyrone's formidable grandmother, Evelyn Plummer.